so my employees cannot next few hours.
Thank
All
you.
right. Let's do it. So
Milk, are you already pushing play, and that's why you're giggling?
He's done it.
Keep giggling.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets just a little lower or a lot lower every week. This week, your bartenders for this evening will be a non-pencil.
Fuck you all and die, please.
We have Chat Penguin Lips on with us.
Yo, what's up?
We got Enigmatic Otaku.
This is the best introduction.
Milk.
I'm not dead.
Seventh is joining us.
Hello.
My name's Slayer Priest. This week's drink is take a bunch of Worcestershire sauce and hot sauce and throw it in the fucking trash and just straight drink it for clear, because that is our life. What's up?
Priest.
What, Pencil?
How on today?
We have a very special guest. We have famous last words.
Hello there. Nice to meet you all.
Famous is known especially for writing spike stories on Fanfic. And of course, just like every other week, we've got a whole bunch of questions for him out in the thread on Fanfic. Of course, right now we're streaming on Twitch. For those who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, and the lovely Anon Pencil will go ahead and forward them to our guest. Pencil, what is an example of a question we will not forward to our guest?
Don't ask our guests about politics. Don't ask our guests about any childhood sexual experiences. But you know what? If you want to ask our guests what their dicks look like today, I will ask that question, just so you know. That's where we're at.
So, since we also have Seventh Heaven along with us, because they are butt buddies.
Yeah, he's my plus one for the afternoon.
Yeah.
Seventh, do you have anything you'd like to add before we get started?
Yes, Alex _. I greatly appreciated your cute little emojis you did of me and Famous's faces. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. I thought mine was Ronald Reagan for a second there, but
You're
as
not
it turns
Ronald
out,
Reagan. You're not tearing down this wall.
Okay.
You're
Well,
calling yourself cute?
I'm trying to, because no one else will do it.
Ronald Reagan wasn't cute.
I don't know. My mom would say otherwise, but she was alive back during his presidency, so.
I think that is a political opinion. So,
Oh, yeah,
getting away from the cuteness of Ronald Reagan, we have some actual interview questions that we're going to go over. So very quickly, Famous, let's get things started with an introduction. Famous, who are you and what do you do for the fandom?
I am Famous Last Words, and I write the spike stories that nobody really wants to read. And that's why I do it, because no one else is going to.
Well put. What is there any particular reason that like you are drawn to Spike? We're characteristically known as an anti-Spike podcast, and
Yes.
you know what? We'll take a step back, come with an open mind. Why do you like Spike?
I like Spike because of the potential of his character. Yeah, he's a total shit show in the actual TV show itself, and 99.9% of the fan fictions about him are utterly terrible, self-insert, emo, and edgy related things. But his story potential is pretty much unlimited because so little is known about actual dragons and stuff like that. So I try to incorporate, that a lot when I write him. Because, like I said, there's just not a whole lot of good examples of Spike fan fiction or otherwise out there. So I figured I might try to step up to the plate and actually give readers something good to read from him.
You forgot to mention you're a faggot.
I am a faggot. That's true.
My
That's as good a
rebuttal,
reason as any.
my
Famous,
rebuttal
what about
for
that one story you wrote that didn't have Spike?
Oh, the toothbrush story, and yeah. Well, that was an isolated incident. I promise it won't happen again.
Well, it's probably going to stick with you for a while because right now it's out on the feature box. Here's a link to it for everyone in the chat who would like to check it out.
You get that on Barcast as well.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you guys want to read something about Starlight, that's a decent enough story. But I promise, if you read that and then think, oh, I'll just read the rest of his stuff, you'll be sorely disappointed.
I know the feeling.
my rebuttal for everything you said about Spike is, but Twilight.
Oh gosh. You know, all I ask is that you get one good episode. Is that too much to ask?
No,
Yeah.
You got
because
the one
it's
where
never
he
gonna happen.
sang.
That's not a good
Yeah,
Oh,
plus
episode.
the season 6 premiere was pretty decent with him and Starlight. I thought their
The
interactions
Ember
were good.
episode.
I would say that, I mean, he gets maybe one every 2 or 3 seasons that's actually remotely acceptable. But other than that,
I mean, at least he gets episodes. I'm sitting over here waiting for more rarity ones, and she gets like an average of -3 per season.
That's true.
Must I remind you guys that the first time Spike had his own episode, he smelled his own feet.
Yep, that. Yep. God damn it.
So let's go to the next
but
question.
no, shocking-
Famous, how'd you get
oh,
into?
okay, that's fine.
Oh,
that's fine.
what'd you have, Pencil?
Shockingly, I'm going to break a bunch of brains here. Shockingly, I actually agree with a lot of things that were just said about Spike. You acknowledge that he's a trash character in the show, like he is just shit and he never gets a good episode. But at the same time, that does give him potential for stories. In fan fictions, I'm not going to rage quit a story just because it has Spike in it. I'm just saying in the show, he's a garbage character, and that's something you and I actually agree on.
Well, yeah, I've always thought that since I started watching it.
Yep.
Like I've always hated the way he's portrayed in the show. But like you mentioned, if he was super well portrayed in the show, I wouldn't have the drive to write him as much because he gets enough attention in the show itself. So.
But what I'm hearing you say, if the show wasn't so bad, you wouldn't write fan fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, okay. You know what? We'll leave it at that so you can go on to the next question.
So are you saying that Spike is an up-and-coming Gary Stu?
That is what most fan fiction writers would have you believe, yes.
So, wait, no.
Wait,
You're
go
right,
ahead,
go on.
Pencil.
I was just going to say,
What now?
reminder, the drinking word is Spike, so I hope you guys are getting
Oh my
enough
gosh,
already.
yeah.
Oh God, right, the drinking word. Okay, next question. How did you get into the fandom, Famous?
Okay, there is actually a story here. You'll find that almost everything involved between me and this fandom is completely out of the ordinary. So I first came into contact with anything fandom related back in 2011. I was at the mall with my then girlfriend, who then proceeded to dump me for a bodybuilder like a week later. But that's beside the point. We were at a store called Spencer's that sells a lot of adult novelty items, and they had a pair of Rainbow Dash lingerie there. And she made the joke saying that I should buy it for her, and I'm like, why would you want this pony shit? Like, this is weird. And sure enough, just about a month later, I am actually visiting my older sister, and she's watching the episode of the show where Rainbow Dash is reading those Daring Do novels. And she's like, hey, you should watch this. And I'm like, I don't really want to. This looks stupid. And then she ended up having me watch it anyway. And I kind of liked it. And then next thing you know, I'm on break at work and I'm downloading seasons 1 through 3. And I binge watch all 3 of them over a weekend. And there you have it. That is exactly how I came into this fandom.
But did you keep the lingerie for yourself, though?
Oh, absolutely. I'm actually wearing it right now.
Oh, I bet
dude.
Seventh loves that.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you send me pics.
All right, bro. We'll do. Just wait until after the podcast.
Okay.
Next question. What is your favorite part of the fandom, the online community, fanfic, cons, people you meet at cons, the music?
Honestly, it's probably the con experience would be my favorite. I write a lot of stuff, but I don't really take a whole lot of time to read a whole lot of stuff, unfortunately. But I absolutely love going to conventions. And they're always a lot of fun. I mean, I because I work 50 hours a week running a restaurant. So those brief weekends I get a couple times a year to just go out and have a good time and meet other like-minded pony fans are utterly fantastic. So that the convention experience would definitely be my favorite aspect of the whole fandom thing.
All right. If there's one thing you could say to your followers or fans or even haters, what would it be?
The bus keeps rolling no matter what. There will always be Spike-related fictions coming from me. So if you're a fan, stay on. If you're a hater, continue to downvote my stories, because that's just how it's going to go.
Awesome. And then,
Yes.
okay, we lied. It's time to get political. It's time to burn some bridges. It's time to get hateful here. And
Oh,
it's
joy.
time to burn some friendships. Who
What?
is
What?
best pony?
Okay, best pony is definitely.
I guess we'll never know who the best pony is.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know who best
You cut
pony is.
off.
Oh, Trixie, definitely.
Oh, Trixie, of course. How could I forget?
Yes.
We will tell that story during this stream. We have a question from the chat specifically for 7th, though.
Let's hear it.
Say
He
Heaven,
asked.
congrats on-
Okay,
what, you
go,
want to
sorry.
read it?
No. You go.
All right. Dr. Ashen Plague asks, hey, Heaven, congrats on an engagement and a question. Do you approve of the removal of Twilight as a main character and replaced by Starlight?
I approve of it because Starlight is better than her.
True.
Seven.
Twilight has basically been fully explored, but Twilight still has or Starlight rather still has a lot of stuff that
Can't even
can be
tell them
done
apart
with
in the
her.
name.
I know. If
Seven,
you
are you-
ship them, it's Starlight or Twilight.
Are you saying all this while Are you saying all this while looking at the Starlight figure I gave you?
No, that one. So things happened and it got thrown in the garbage.
Oh God. Enigma,
So,
it's like what your dad did
my
to you.
nephew took it and he ripped off the hair.
Feel like borderline mean for what I said. I'm sorry.
So, look where we are, Priest. You're doing fine.
I know.
Next question.
Okay, so now that is all of the interview questions that we had. Let's get out to the thread that we've got out on FimFic. We're starting with questions from Lieutenant Major Dude, who starts by asking, proud to have you as a Sparity shipper as myself. What is your favorite Sparity story, safe for work and not safe for work?
Okay, there are two things wrong with this question. Number one, I am a Sparity fan in the traditional sense. I friendship Spike and Rarity, but I'm not necessarily a huge Sparity guy. But if I had to answer that question, my favorite safe for work Sparity story would be one that Draconian Soul wrote a ways back. I cannot remember. Oh, it was like Soft as Lavender or something like that. It's about Spike and Rarity's daughter and her growing up and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And my favorite not safe for work Sparity story would be The Ones Forgotten. It is a fantastic story from the early days of the fandom. And what it is roughly about is Twilight starts teaching Spike how to date so he can go ask Rarity out. And they go on practice dates and stuff together. So Twilight ends up falling in love with Spike while he's in love with Rarity. And then Rarity actually ends up asking him out. They're together, but then he's cheating on Rarity with Twilight. It's this crazy love triangle. And somehow it works as a functional story. It's kind of like reading a soap opera, but with ponies. And I don't know why I like it. It's kind of trashy, but at the same time, it's fantastic. So
I'm gonna need a link to this later.
Okay.
It's right there.
Oh
That's right.
no, that's a different one.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was his favorite, so I linked it to him.
Oh,
Oh,
I
is
thought
that
the price
one?
of generosity was your favorite, Famous?
that's not a. Can you really call that a Sparity story, though? I mean, it's kind of like a friendshipping story with a little.
I mean, I guess.
Is that the one that's in the Spike Suffers contest?
Mm.
No. The Price of Generosity is an old story.
I think it's a little outside of the date range since it was
Right,
published
right,
in 2013.
yeah.
No, I was talking about the Price of Generosity. My bad.
Yeah, well, The Price of Generosity is a fantastic story. Everyone should more than likely read that story. But it's not traditional Sparity romance stuff, but it's really good.
Alrighty, next question from the thread. What inspired you to come up with the concept of I'm lost without you? Or did this randomly popped up in your mind when a non-pencil told you to make Spike's life hell?
Oh, gosh. Okay, so it's a combination of two things. It's from the Make Spike Suffer because the moment I saw that thread pop up, I knew that I had to enter this competition and I had to win somehow or another.
We'll see.
I have to insert myself into anything Spike related on this site. It's just has to be done.
Oh my god.
But the idea for that story actually came from a music video from the Devil Wears Prada. They are a metal band, and they had a music video for a song called Sailor's Prayer about a sailor returning home from like a journey somewhere and going to meet with his girlfriend and yada, yada, yada. And that's where I got the idea for I'm Lost Without You. I wanted to kind of take that overall theme, give it my own famous last word style twist, and then write it to where Spike is miserable in it so it could be qualified for the competition.
Awesome.
Yes.
Then number 3. With the obvious exception of A Royal Problem and A Perfect Pair, what is your favorite season 7 episode?
Okay, I like without A Royal Problem or Perfect Pair.
Yes.
Okay, I probably liked the premiere episode. No, screw that. I like the second episode where Trixie and Starlight are hanging out, and Starlight gets super angry with Trixie because she's being really bitchy about everything. I thought that was a fantastic episode.
Yeah. Awesome.
Then again, I'm kind of partial to anything with Trixie in it, so best. I'm very biased.
And then number 4, before we jump to the awesome Alex Understore questions, will you enjoy the podcast for me?
Yes, I will. I'm enjoying it right now.
Now then, let's go to questions from Alex Underscore, which are both 2 famous last words and 7th heaven.
Woo!
Yay! Number 1, each of you, what are your funniest anecdotes? And we'll even let you do a third one, a shared anecdote of something you two have done together.
Okay, Seven. Hey, Seven, do you want to do the fart story for our shared anecdote?
All right, but you tell your solo one first.
No, you gotta tell your solo one first because mine is pretty crazy.
Do it, faggots.
Okay, fine. All right, I'll just tell a shared one. So me and my girlfriend, now fiance, we're driving over to Famous's house because we were just gonna dick around with them a bit, go to like cemeteries and get spooked.
Yeah.
So his bedroom is, to put it lightly, kind of small. He has one bed. So we all fell asleep on this one fucking mattress. I was in the middle, he was near the wall, and my girlfriend was on the edge. And so we were all spooning each other. And before we fell asleep, I put it on his dick on accident, and he said it sexually confused him.
It did. It felt like a nice gentle breeze blowing onto me, and I was half asleep. And then it took me a second to realize what it was. But at the same time, it was very sexually enticing, and that's why me and Seven, are so close as we are right now.
Because he farted on your dick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful.
Good.
Now do we have to do solo anecdotes?
That's just the nature of our relationship. Jokes and actually confusing nights together.
What's your solo anecdote, and then I'll do mine.
I take it you need to think of one.
I do need to think of one.
I figured that after I told you to. Okay, so I'm probably gonna go with my not safe for work anecdote because
Do it.
it's now I will not blame any of you if you guys don't believe this because I wouldn't believe it if somebody was telling me. But this actually happened. It was a couple of years ago, and I had fired one of my employees a few days before this incident happened because they were utter shit and were always goofing off and stuff like that. It's this girl named Jasmine. And anyway, so one day I'm at home just watching MLP and doing other gay stuff. And she messages me asking if I can pick her up and take her to meet her boyfriend. I'm like, hell no, I don't like you. Leave me alone. But she said she'll buy me Taco Bell, and that's my weakness. So, of course, I hopped in my car and drove over, and I picked her up from, like, the mall or something like that. And then she says, well, my boyfriend's not going to be off work for, like, another hour or two. And I'm like, where does he even work at? She's like, well, I can't really tell you that. Drop me off there later. I'm like, whatever. She's like, is it cool if we hang out at your place? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but I want my Taco Bell first. So we go to Taco Bell. We swing by my place. Of course, I've got MLP blasting from my room, and she comes in, and she starts raiding my fridge and other weird stuff. And, push comes to shove, and we're pushing all the plushies on my bed out of the way, and we start engaging in sexual misconduct. And we did this to the tune of "Apples to the Core" because that was the episode that was playing on the TV.
Oh my god.
Yes. So that happened. But then, lo and behold, right in the middle of everything, her boyfriend calls. And he's like, yo, I'm off work. It's time. You have to come pick me up. So we're like, oh, shit. So we hop in my car, and she tells me the directions. And then, as it would turn out, her
boyfriend, you cut off.
You cut off. As it turns out, her
boyfriend was actually one of my employees at the store that I was managing. Yes. So I had to go through the shame of dropping her off at my store and with her boyfriend, and he's asking what the hell's going on, and I'm just like, oh, nothing. I was just picking her up and bringing her over to her. He's like, yeah, that's cool. And then I actually was very immature back in the day, and I had to contemplate the decision of whether I should just fire her boyfriend so I didn't have to deal with the awkwardness of explaining the whole situation later. But he ended up dumping her the next day anyway. So basically, the moral of this story is that ponies help you get women, because I almost feel like if Apples to the Core wasn't playing, none of this would have happened.
High five, pencil.
what?
So to this day, whenever you hear that song, do you get like a guilt-ridden boner?
Yes. Well, minus the guilt, because she was kind of a whore anyway. So it would have happened either way with somebody else if it wasn't me.
I was commenting that Famous said MLP helps you get girls.
Yes, and yes, it does.
Yeah, all right, fine. From my point of view, it just helps you get men. Are you kidding? You have a giant pool to select from. Holy man, yeah.
Yeah.
So just toss a rock in the Brony fandom and you hit a guy.
Also, rock in the Brony
majority.
you'll find someone who's desperate.
No, seriously. If I walked into the average party at any of the cons, giggled, winked the right way, and looked at somebody, what would my chances be? What would my chances be?
100%.
Pretty much. I would say 90%, because there's that like 10% that's too dumb to figure it out.
Or gay. There are gays.
There are a lot of
Yes.
gays.
All I'm saying is that, like, I have such the pool to select from. There are lots of fish in the ocean of bronies. So.
And hitting on a brony who's fursuiting, it's like a mystery box right there. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Well said, Enigma.
Or the mini bronies
we
who
laughed
dress up
at
as
an Enigma
Deadpool.
joke. Shit.
Oh, it's a weird day. We were laughing at Enigma's jokes. Holy fuck. Next question before this lasts too long.
We have Seventh's story first.
Oh, okay. Mine's kind of short. I couldn't really think of anything fantastical, but was anyone else here around, like, I think it was like 2012 or 2013 when they added like reporting users to the website?
I was not, but I'm
Okay.
aware that is a feature that was added to the site.
Yeah, so they added that,
story.
and the day they added it, I was just sitting there like, man, I wonder what the fuck I could do. So I went and I commented on my own page, and I said, this guy's a fucking asshole. I hate him. And then I went and I reported. It let you report yourself, so I reported myself for being an asshole in the comments. And Chap can confirm because he looked through recently at my history, and that actually happened. And I got a warning from like Alex Straza or something. He was just like, dude, don't fucking do that. You're a dick.
Yeah, didn't you get banned for a day because of it?
I got banned for a day a while later.
For basically being retarded.
Yeah.
All right, next question, you guys. What are your favorite fruit-based video games?
Favorite what based?
Fruit.
Based.
Oh, okay. There was like this old NES game called like Chef's Kitchen or something like that. Just a really obscure title where you have like a giant fish net and you have to catch fruit that's like flying around. I guess that'd have to be my favorite because I think it's the only one I played.
Fruit Ninja Connect.
Fair enough.
It's the only one I've played.
Yeah, I was saying our pool of.
Yeah, that's not a lot of variety there.
All right, next question for you guys. In the distant future, after the decline of My Little Pony and Fanfic, the Barcast has obviously become famous globally. So the website, barfiction.net, is set up to host fan fiction written about everyone's favorite podcast. Number 1, you both sign up for the website. What are the premises of the first stories you each write?
Just knowing myself, I'd probably write a shitfic between Flutter Priest and Enigma.
Fucking.
I would write a story about how it would be kind of like Heroin Hero from South Park, but instead of that, it would be Dragon Titty Hero, where Enigma's trying to chase down dragon titties, and they're just always a little bit out of reach.
I gotta catch the dragon.
Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, number 2. Wanting to relive the days when he was a starving fan fiction author instead of a celebrated interviewer, Enigma decides to go back to his roots by writing a story involving adding tits to something which should not have tits. However, there are no dragons in Barcast lore, so who or what from the Barcast canon gets mammified for his story?
Wait, I'm a celebrated interviewer.
That's what you took away from that? Jesus.
Oh gosh. I don't know. Maybe the only thing from Barcast lore I'm really Flutter Priest, so he would have to have tits just by that logic alone.
Well,
I'm okay with
man, this is, you know what? I want to see him try and go for some shark titties.
Shark titties.
Wait,
I
you
feel
mean
like
like
Enigma
anthro
could've-
sharks?
I feel like Enigma could write. It'd be like Jaws, but instead of eating them, it rapes them all.
Oh gosh.
I
I'd
can
write
see
that.
this. I can see this. Yeah.
I could totally do this.
Huh. Shark titties on Google does not create
So-
very good results.
So if I were to do that, the scene where Anon's gonna do the money shot, he yells out, "Smile, you son of a bitch!"
All right. Next question. Who would be the Barcast equivalent of the word who would the Barcast equivalent of the word clop be, both as a verb, the action masturbating to the Barcast, and a noun? Yeah, he messed it up. And a noun. Barcast pornographic stories and other content. Shots.
Okay.
Shots.
I was gonna do that as well.
I walked right into that. Number 4 for everyone. How long would it be before the website is filled up with food stuff and diapers?
1 week.
I'm fighting against it every day.
I mean,
Thank you.
who owns the
Excellent.
website? If this is
Jesus
the case.
Christ! Fucking shark titties!
You actually looking it up?
We
No,
can't
look.
show that on. I can't show that on Twitch, but
No
we can
shit,
provide a
there's
link.
furry shark.
Oh
titties.
my. Oh. Okay. I should
I
have
can
pictured.
provide us a link, but we can't. Show
I
it.
like how the grandpa is okay with this.
I feel like I should have imagined that the first thing would be a furry related item.
It is. It definitely is. But I saw this, and I saw like the stick figure with the penis too, and that made it even better.
Shark
I didn't even
milk.
notice the dick.
Neither did I.
Shark milk is full of nutritious fish enzymes.
Oh God. Last but not least, the final question from Alex _ is to Enigma. Enigma, please speak Japanese to me.
Boku wa Nihongo wa kurimasu.
Okay. Now we have questions from Tony Montana, which we have a question to Famous, which is what will be your famous last words?
Hey guys, watch this.
Likely.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, very, very much so.
And then a question for
dude, I
Seven.
bet I can vape this much.
Yes. There you go. Okay.
And then to 7th, what happened to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, 7th? 6th heaven. Damn it.
I compressed them down into juice and then Famous vaped them.
Yep, that's exactly
Wait,
how
so
it
you-
happened.
You burned the juice?
Yes.
Yeah,
Good job.
you're welcome.
Mom and Werper
Shark-
would be proud.
It's shark tit flavor.
Christ.
Oh God.
All right. Next question. It's for both of you. Over the years, you've been writing what, in your opinion, has been the areas that have made Sorry, I messed that up. Over the years you have been writing, what, in your opinion, has been the areas you have made the biggest improvements?
Oh, hey Seven, you want to start this one off?
Narrative. Like I used to. I've always thought I've been all right at writing dialogue, but I was never good at writing descriptions or making words flow. But I think I've gotten a lot better at that. So it helps your stories get a bit chunkier, but stay quality.
My biggest improvement would be just getting character personalities down, like developing them more. Because whenever I first started writing in general, I had a really hard time making the characters seem character. So I think I've improved a lot on that aspect.
Awesome. What are the things you guys still struggle with in writing?
I can't write Pinkie Pie.
I don't
Like,
think
I just don't
very
think
few
that's
can.
it, honestly.
He's difficult.
Yeah. I have a really hard time writing like very like descriptive environments. You know, bringing life to a room or a world or something like that. That's why so many of my stories are entirely dialogue based because I have a hard time writing description and stuff like that.
All right. Forgive me, I had a mind blank. Seventh, did you also provide your input?
Oh yeah, I did. I was saying I can't write Pinkie Pie. Oh, but I mean, I think
okay.
the biggest issue that I have, though, aside from that, is probably the same thing as him, just kind of bringing to life the environment because that can be hard to do, especially for a whole story. I don't get how people like Holding Gardes can do that shit for like 10,000 words.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Seventh is seventh. Famous. Instead of taking alcohol shots, are you taking vape shots? Because I keep hearing it every now and then.
Okay, see, I'm trying to move my vape farther away from me.
Dude, they should make alcoholic vape.
Yeah, they have THC vape juice already, so why not vape juice?
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god.
Can't you just take
If I
literally a glass of scotch, put it in the microwave, and heat it until it's vaporized, and then breathe it? Isn't it the same thing?
Yeah, probably.
If I stop vaping, I'll die.
I feel like that would like scorch the inside of your lungs.
Having breathed vaporized alcohol before, yes, and it hurts real good when you got a bad head cold.
Hey, Flair Priest, were you the one that was doing that voice just now?
Yes.
You know who you reminded me of? That like hateful grandma from SpongeBob, who hates chocolate or whatever.
What are they selling?
Chocolate. I always hated
They're
it.
selling chocolate bars.
Chocolate.
She needs her own clock. She needs her own clock stick.
Yes, she does right now.
Oh fucking Christ, no!
Uh,
Chat, please deny that story.
oh, he can't deny anything me and Seven do together.
No promises.
That's what the auto approval button is for. Things that the mods would not approve of.
Yeah, but we can revote.
Oh, damn it.
And that comes with more steep consequences if you auto approve something that's against the rules.
I remember the first day they instituted that. Some guy published like 200 words each or something stupid like that.
It's pretty bad.
All right. Next question to you guys. Any ships that you like but would have a hard time writing?
This ties into my last answer, Twi-Pie. I actually think that's really cute, but I find it impossible to write because I can't write Pinkie Pie.
Okay, so I am like a super huge closet Twixie fan, Twilight and Trixie. I have written one story about them, and it honestly wasn't very good. But I would love to actually learn how to write their stories better. Because I mean, granted, like the Twixie popularity days are well behind the fandom. We like left those behind in 2012. But I absolutely love that ship, and I would love to be able to write it better.
Awesome. Next question. What are your guys' thoughts on the MLP movie trailer?
Loved it.
That shit was dank, bro.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I am going to see that on my birthday when the movie comes out. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I was in a call with Famous, and he basically fucking came all over the place when he saw that it was uploaded.
I have a prediction for the movie, and if it comes true, I want this moment to be like notarized. There's
All
gonna
right.
be
Okay.
there's
This
gonna
has
be
the
a,
Enigma stamp of approval. Let's just
Right.
say that right now.
there's gonna be a scene where Spike gets into a slap fight with that pig guy.
I would not surprise me.
Yeah.
But I hope not.
All right. Next question. The both of you are given the chance to take control of a tropical island nation. Would you do it? And if so, what would you name it and what would its currency be?
Famous, what would we name it? We have to do it. You know that.
Oh gosh.
Vape Nation.
Vape Nation. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all that's gonna be going on.
And the currency would be vape coils. If you don't have coils, you don't get shit.
Yeah. Just bring your used vape. Just bring your used vape coil, and we'll find it. We'll accept it.
All my vape coils are in the bank.
Well, our thing doesn't accept any banks.
Last but not least, from Tony Montana. Seventh, congratulations on getting engaged.
Thank you.
I was literally on a voice chat when that happened. That's how close we are. It was fantastic. I may have shed a tear or two.
It's awesome! So now, for Famous, we have a question from Famous Last Words.
Oh boy, I heard this guy's a faggot.
We're going to extend this question to Seventh as well, so he can provide his input. But the question is, why is Famous such a faggot?
Well,
Because every time he uploads a story, he tells me that if I don't read it, he'll kill me.
true story.
Implying I wouldn't read that shit anyways.
I'd say Famous is a faggot because he's written 30 stories about the same character, and it's basically gotten to the point of just driving the same car with a fresh coat of paint every time.
He hit 1,000 followers without writing porn. Like, what a fucking homo.
I know.
Wow. Gay.
Very much so.
All right. Now we're going to questions from some asshole called Seventh Heaven.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
He has a really nice avatar, though.
Yeah, it is a good avatar. You're right.
But he's always messaging me saying if I don't read his stories, he'll kill me.
Shut. In the
but-
wise words of Jimble No Trombo, shut.
But I figure since that these questions are from Seventh and go to Famous, it's only fair to give the option Seventh. Would you like to read these to Famous himself?
Yes. All right,
Oh,
famous.
Go for it.
All right, so this one isn't a question, but I'm going to change this question slightly. I want you to defend Spike from a non-pencil.
I usually like to choose the winning side of war.
All right, that answers that. He admits it. Spike is terrible.
It's true.
We talked about this at the beginning of the
Yeah,
podcast.
I mean,
that
he
is
is
why I
terrible,
write
so.
him. So he has at least a little opportunity to be cool.
He willingly became a slave. Like, what kind of character is this?
But see, that's
don't-
why I write him too. But I write him to punish him for being such a shit character. That's our main difference.
All right.
Okay.
Who is your favorite member of the main cast, and why is it Rarity?
Because she's the only one that's not a retard, okay?
She only plays a retard on TV.
Okay, you know what? Let me go down the list here. Fluttershy is a coward. Twilight is autistic. Rainbow Dash is a hypocrite. Applejack is a fucking country bumpkin. And Pinkie Pie is on every drug known to man. Birdie is all that's left, and she is the only redeeming quality of that main cast.
I'd just go party with the drug addict, frankly.
All right. What is your favorite song from each season?
7, I'm not good at this. Can I just list my favorite song?
Okay.
My favorite song would be At the Gala from season 1. Then I really liked the Rarity Manhattan song. I guess that was season 4 or something of that nature. I liked the Lady Gaga style song from Countess Coloratura. That was a fantastic song.
Oh,
Yeah, that was great. Razzle Dazzle, I think it was called.
Razzle
Yeah.
dazzle.
Glam.
Glitz and Glam. I really liked the cafeteria song from Equestria Girl, and pretty much the entire Rainbow Rock soundtrack. I will still blast in my car to this day. And then obviously the song from The Perfect Pair was fantastic.
Yes.
I loved that.
Like that episode was so good.
I'm actually finally caught up on the show, and it's so good.
Hurrah! Speaking of which,
Nice.
me and Seven, this will be a question that'll be answered in more detail later. We are actually writing an origin story as to how her parents died together, and
Yeah, it's pretty sad stuff.
yeah, and don't say "aw" just yet. You'll regret saying that later.
No.
Anyway.
No, I'm just saying I think it's cute how you spend time together.
Oh yeah. Well,
You know how
every day, all day.
Not
know how
till
everyone
you
keeps-
figure out what they're doing.
you know how everyone keeps killing off the parents. In my head canon, it's more like they're in jail.
Oh well, we actually have a
Or they're
very
just at the store.
we actually have a very deep lore in our own universe we created of
Yeah.
why they died and how it contributes to Celestia living forever. It's like this interwoven network of awesomeness that will actually be released during this podcast at some point.
Yeah, and actually, my girlfriend helped us with it too. So this is like a 3-way collab we got going on here.
Whoa.
And she just started watching Pony, so I mean, she's
Hey,
fitting in
way to
on this.
go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Since you don't know your favorite episode from each season, what are some of your favorite episodes?
I would say I really like Dragon Quest from season
Ew.
2. It was probably like the one decent time that Spike had character growth. Like that wasn't just shot into the ground immediately afterwards. Like he actually did something good for others, just being retarded the entire time. I really liked Simple Ways from season 4. That was a fantastic episode. That episode where the CMC do that rock band thing in front of all the students.
Oh yeah,
in
I
season
figured
1.
out the name of that, and then promptly forgot right before the stream.
Oh gosh.
Wait, my girlfriend is getting on to me. Fiance, Micah, not girlfriend.
And then obviously I really liked The Perfect Pair. That episode was great. Oh, and oh yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
You know, speaking of Dragon Quest, whatever happened to that baby Phoenix that Spike was taking care of?
Converting people. That's a good question.
Yeah,
I had like a dream one night that they came out with an episode that involved that Phoenix, and then I woke up and realized life isn't that good.
well, Short Skirts and Explosions wrote a fantastic story why Spike had to return it to the wild. And I can't remember what it was about, but I just remember it was good or something of that nature.
You know, for all we know, he probably ate it off
Wait.
screen.
Whoa.
You know,
Skirts and good in the same sentence? Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
Okay, what's the next question, 7? I'm ready.
Oh, okay. Next one is, what's your favorite story by me? Since I'm a whore.
Okay, do you want like which one I think is the most one that I enjoy the most?
How about both? Which one do you think is the most well written, and which one you enjoyed the most?
Freak Like Me, which is a Starlight and Discord friendshipping exercise, is probably the best well written one. Flittering Away is my favorite story by you because I love Cloud Chaser and nobody writes stories about her. So, and
Cloud
that
Chaser's
one's just
fucking
really sweet.
cool. Why does Cloud
yeah.
Kicker get all the fame? She has like a dumbass haircut. Cloud Chaser looks like a 80s hairband rock star.
Exactly.
She looks more like Gemma in the holograms.
I can believe that.
All right. What was our best collaboration?
Okay, just for the sake of being nice, I'll say it was. I know. Honestly, it's got to be "I'm Your Villain," Spike.
I
and
mean,
Starlight
yeah,
Queen.
but I still love Trixie gets part-time wages with full-time hours.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that story was fantastic. For those of you who don't know, that's a story we wrote where Trixie gets a job at a fast food restaurant owned by Spike, and she basically goes through the terrors of having to deal with customers and so on and so forth. It's really stupid, but it's funny. It has 9/11 jokes in it, so.
Yeah, one of the things was I think I wrote a line where Trixie was trying to go into the bathroom to see what fucking Fleur de Lis had left behind for her, And I just wrote something like, with the determination of a post 9/11 airport security worker, she crossed the border.
Into the nuclear bathroom.
Also, okay, the last one. You have to ask this one, Famous.
Oh, Seven, can we please read Rural Midwest Incest Fest together?
Now wait a second. Are you guys talking bad about the Apple Family Bar and Grill Festival?
Well, yes,
You forgot that it was annual.
we're talking bad about the first annual Apple Family Bar and Grill Festival.
Will you
How
guys stop
dare.
saying bar and grill festival? It's not the bar and grill fest, it's the barbecue. Like, it's not a bar and grill. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Okay.
But Pencil, you were there
Is
for
it time?
Vaginal Mustard.
Famous, is it time?
Yeah, it's time for all the hungry listeners. So, about 2 weeks ago, no, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, Seven comes over to my house, and me and him have not written shit in like 2 years. And we were listening to a very obscure musical called Porno Grind, which is basically the most extreme form of death metal known to man. And they have the absolute most horrendous song titles and band names and stuff like that. And I turned to Seven and I'm like, hey, man, if we ever wanted to write porn, we would have a gold mine of stuff to work with here. I mean, look at some of these titles: Vaginal Mustard, Cemetery Rapist, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, we're doing it right fucking now. So I created an alt account, and me and him wrote a story called Sulfuric Semen Skank Dunk Tank and Vaginal Mustard. And we posted it, watched the downvotes come in, and then we realized that we had more fun writing that than we had writing anything else in the history of the world. So we just ran with the idea.
Are you saying that vaginal mustard was because of you fucks?
Yeah,
Yes,
we also
are-
wrote stories called Menstrual Munchies and Rural Midwest Incest Fest.
Yeah, and we had a fifth one called Quee Puffers. That was honestly too gross for me to even keep on the site.
Yeah. Oh, now, but now you have to do your little announcement where you say that you're publishing a new story to that account at this very moment.
Oh yeah, we're about to publish Fermentation of Coagulating Spewage, which is about Applejack's parent.
Fucking do it! Fucking do it right now. I will feature that shit in the Barcast right now.
Okay, I have to create the story.
If there's like
page.
time at the end, can we read that?
There will not be time at the end. You guys have so
Oh,
many
man.
questions, and we are going way too slow.
That's true.
Are,
We got
are these
so
two
many.
fucks? Are these two fucks aware of the fact that we did a reading of vaginal mustard?
Yes,
Oh no,
I
yeah,
found it
he
after
showed
the
me
fact.
that, and I laughed my ass off at that reading. I loved how Flam just started fucking dying every time it said Bar and Grill Festival.
So because that was a total running gag. Like I remember Seven, he's like, I'm gonna mention Apple Family Bar and Grill Festival a couple more times than necessary, and I'm like, bro, you got to do it every paragraph.
Bar and grill. God damn you guys for doing that. Just goddamn you.
Okay.
All right. Now, moving on to Kyrie Pancakes. Why are you going to stop writing Spike Fix, Famous?
Okay, so in a YouTube video we posted a ways back of answering some questions, I made a comment at the very end that I probably won't write any more Spike fan fiction. And the reasoning behind that was due to the fact that I feel like I've literally done everything I can with this character. I've written him in the past, the future, older, younger, romance, comedy, dark, anything you can think of I've done. And I'm honestly just kind of ready to try some new things out. I'd really like to write a lot of Trixie and Starlight stories because I like their friendship aspect. So honestly, like I'm going to finish up the Spike stories that I have on my account, but I'm probably not going to write stories about him all that much anymore. And that's the reason why.
The best part of this, so Kyrie, by the way, is my fiance, but he was there with us. He said that at the very end of the Q&A, his roommate was like taking a piss, I guess. And right as he says that, he stops the stream, and his roommate just walks by and is just like, "Way to drop that bomb at the last second, asshole."
Okay.
All right. Now then, we have some questions from our fellow Chap Penguin Lips. So, first question, and I'm sure Chap, you're listening pretty hard, aren't you?
Actually,
yeah.
if Chap's there, does Chaps want to read these?
Sure.
Go for it, buddy. It's all
breeze
you.
through them. We have to breeze through them. But other than that, do it, man.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
skip the first one since we already answered it. That one's also second's also already been answered pretty much. Oh, so the collab we're working on, I finally figured out a name for it since
What
you
is it?
made me suffer through 10,000 words of Spike. All bets are off.
Oh, perfect.
So
All right.
basically just a little snippet of the collab that we're doing is for Jake the Army Guy's shipping contest. We're doing a Spike X Minuet story where Spike makes a bet with the Crusaders that he can date whatever mare that walks right through Sugar Cube Corner, and it happens to be Minuet, and a lot of stuff ensues. Next question: why are you better than 7th?
Because 7 is kind of, I don't know, what's that word that you call like retarded people when you don't want to offend them?
On the spectrum.
There you go. Because 7's on the spectrum.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Next question: why is 7th better than you?
Because
I
he's
write about characters that are actually fucking good.
Yeah, because he's actually a good writer.
All right. Okay. So your name, famous last words. Is it because of the best band ever, My Chemical Romance?
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. That is like my least favorite band in the history of the world. It is actually about a band based on a band called Famous Last Words.
Really? It's not the band? You sure you don't like the band?
I am 100% sure.
All right. Do you still have the Fleur de Lis plushie you puked all over? Do you sleep with
Yeah.
it? What a queer.
I do have the Fleur de Lis plushie. It is sitting next to my computer, but I do not sleep.
You don't? Okay.
I sleep with my Spike plushie.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Each podcaster has been arrested, and for whatever reason they decide to call you to bail them out. But you have to ask, what did you do? What do you expect each cast member did to earn themselves a spot as Bubba's new boy toy?
Oh gosh.
I would just start with pencil and go down, I guess.
Okay. Anon Pencil probably wrote something that was so horrendous about Spike being murdered that the government actually took it seriously. Or I guess you're not actually a Barcast member. Enigmatic Kotaku, something with Asians. Flutter Priest, some kind of religious crime, more than likely. And Milk, I honestly don't know too much about him. So, what do you think, Seven? Why did Milk get arrested?
I don't know, but I think Priest actually got arrested because you framed him for the puke in that apartment.
Yes, there
Jesus
you go.
Christ.
Yes, that makes the most sense.
Would you guys be
Milk
able to
can't
just
be arrested
quickly
though.
go
Milk
back
is a
over that
kind,
story?
pure soul.
Would you guys be able to quickly go over that story quick, just so that way everyone
Okay,
who's
so
watching knows?
we were at Midwest Brony Fest. It was me, famous Flutter Priest here, and our friend Jack of a few trades. We're all sharing a room. So that night, I happened to end up sleeping in the same bed as Jack. Priest was in the same as Famous. So the night before, I had come up with a retarded drinking game, which was every time Trixie says her own name in the first episode she's in, you have to take a shot of vodka.
Yes.
Famous got absolutely fucking reamed on alcohol. Like, we got a bunch of noise complaints, and it actually got to final warning from the hotel staff.
Yes, it did.
And so yeah, we woke up in the morning and there was just puke fucking everywhere. Like, it was so bad that we came back a few hours later after booking it, and there was a bunch of people cleaning up the puke still.
Yes. And me and Flutter Priest were actually sharing a bed, and Vomit just barely missed him, so he kind of came out alive. But unfortunately, sometime during the night, I must have walked. There was puke on the lamps, on the shower curtains, the TV stand, the sink. Pretty much anywhere you can think of, there was vomit lying around there somewhere. It was not a pleasant experience, at least not for the hotel staff.
No, it wasn't. Not even in the slightest. Jesus. And Jack.
No, the
was
best part
so
was right when we
upset,
were
Jack of
leaving.
all trades.
Right when we were leaving, the chick who we knew had stolen the fucking speaker system from our friend Jack the day before. It was like a Bose speaker. It was nice. The chick that we knew did that was walking by us as we were booking it out of there, and she was just like, "Oh, are you guys from room so and so?" And Famous just goes, "Yep, have a great day," and just smiles at her like nothing was wrong.
Yep. That's exactly how it happened. Good times. And that was pretty much the introduction that Flutter Priest had. That's how our rollicking relationship got on.
And now we're all besties.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, when you start at rock bottom, you can only go up, right?
All right. Chap, did you have any other? What question were we at for you?
Last one.
Go for it.
So, you have a musician friend, an artist friend, and an athlete friend. They're debating over why their art or sport is the best of them. What do you say to them as to why writing is the best?
Oh, gosh. You know, there's absolutely nothing I can say to them because writing fan fiction is.
And then he was never heard from again.
Yeah. Right?
Writing fan fiction were his famous last words.
Yeah, well, I can completely admit that I write relative shit. I'm like, I've accepted this fact and I just have fun with it.
All right, back to you, Priest.
All right. Now we have a question here. I'm just gonna ignore Commando Scarecrow and move down to questions from Dash Loon.
Yeah, Commando Scarecrow is my roommate, by the way. I legitimately brought him a Coke when he asked that.
Okay, nice. First question from Dash Loon. If you could, would you?
Yes.
Number 2, have you killed a banana recently?
I have eaten many a banana recently. So yes, I have.
All right. Would you drain a banana of its quote-unquote blood?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, why not?
Are they asking you to vape the banana?
I'm actually using banana-flavored vape juice right now. Just FYI.
Next question. Are you going to support the Barcast Patreon? And if you already do, fucking why? What do you see in them?
Honestly, I would like to support the Patreon because I enjoy, donating to charities and stuff like that how I can. I'm just kind of waiting until I get more steady with work and get some things taken care of before I sign up to another Patreon because I'm already on the Film Fiction one, so I'm just trying to cover all my bases.
Speaking of that, we're just about halfway through the podcast, so we need to stop quickly to do a very special thing. Hey, Pencil!
What?
What's the best way that we can help horses?
Well, we're going to be donating money to actual live horses. Our dumb Patreon is collecting money to help horses. There's a horse rescue place in California, and it's really great.
Yes, everyone needs to donate to that Patreon. Like, if you actually want to do a Patreon that's going towards something good and not feeding obesity, donate to that Patreon.
We're actually getting extremely close to being able to donate 1 full hay bale a month to a horse, which will be really nice. So, that said, let's get back to the actual interview. The question's for me. When can we smash? You haven't brought me enough sticks yet.
Priest wants yellow.
I don't want yellow. Your tail is small. Next question is from the other guy. What the fuck? It's for me again. Okay. For a priest, would you rather be stuck in no genitals pony equestria or be stuck without genitals in equestria? Stuck without genitals because just the implication there. So now we have questions from Geo Ice. Number 1 for famous.
Yes.
Among the Spike ships you have done all into the depths of cuteness and fuzziness, how do you see Spike as? Does he reflex an aspect of yourself, famous?
Spike kind of reflects how I was back whenever I was 13 and 14, I guess. But not me particularly, but more or less the idea of how that's kind of the age where society kind of expects you to start growing up and acting more mature, but at the same time, you're kind of held back into the thought process of wanting to still act like a kid, and being immature and stuff like that. Like theoretically, me and Seven still haven't gotten out of that phase yet.
No,
So
I never will.
So in that aspect, yeah, he does. That's how I see Spike as is someone who's growing up, but still is getting kind of held to wanting to act younger than he should at times, like most growing males are. So
Awesome. I'm gonna jump back really quickly because I failed at refreshing, and the other guy actually had other questions for you. So I'm going to go back to his questions, and this one is in all caps, so I'm going to yell it. Give me 1 second.
okay.
Why is life so hard, and why hasn't it fucked me already? I've been on all fours for hours now, and I'm still not screwed. My knees are hurting now. I hate life so fucking much.
How can you read from that far?
I'm actually pulling the microphone like as far away from me as possible, and then screaming into my computer monitor.
I don't know what to say to that.
Is this person being like raped repeatedly or something?
It sounds like it.
No,
I almost feel bad
actually,
for them.
the other guy is a sprawling tale that if you go past previous podcasts, he's just been trying to get laid podcast after podcast after podcast. And I think last week he tried to screw his cat.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no!
gosh.
Last week he was at the swimming pool with his family members.
Oh yeah, and his cousins didn't want to fuck him, and he was sad about it.
Yeah. So, okay, next question. Moving on. Have you figured out what you're going to have written on your tombstone?
On my tombstone, I'm going to have, what was it? Hey Seven, do you remember that episode of Family Guy where like Stewie goes into the future and he's got Brian's tombstone in the backyard? It said like, "Here lies the biggest douchebag in the world." I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna have something
here
against that.
lies the biggest douchebag in the universe.
Yeah, that's what's going to be on my tombstone.
All right. We already know that you like dragons, but how are you feeling about dragon tits?
Oh, I'm an equal opportunity. So dragon, whatever. Even crotch titties, of course. They're the best.
Well, I've got the story for you.
Oh boy.
All right, back to GOI's questions. Number 2. Who would you view shipping if writers went with the original idea of shipping Spike with Fluttershy?
Okay, what now? Who would
I think it's how would you view shipping?
Yeah, it's probably how. Is this one of your fans famous?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, the Spike and Rarity thing would have worked 10 times better than the Spike and Fluttershy thing anyway. I'd probably view it the same way though, if it exists, I will find a way to ship it.
Awesome.
Just have Spike cheat on Fluttershy all the time because she's a weak bitch and won't do anything about it.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you need other mares to satisfy you, I guess I don't have anything to say in the matter.
I'll just be waiting for you at home when you get back.
Sorry, I'm not as experienced as Trixie.
I'm just sorry I'm not enough pussy for you.
It's okay if you need to punish me again.
Okay, now this podcast's getting weird. Let's move on.
Number 3. Does the stories you write reflect the aspect of your life?
Just like I mentioned earlier, just the growing up kind of viewpoint on life and how complicated the world can look when because very few people are ever actually prepared for life when they get out and start living it. It's something that you learn on the way, and that's just kind of what I like to incorporate into a lot of my stories.
Awesome. We're going to go to questions from Sunbro for Life. And looking over all of these, we're going to include 7th on them because we're doing really good on time now.
Okay.
So for both of you, what's your favorite video game, normal game, tabletop game, or otherwise?
Halo 2.
I
That game is important because I got bullied a lot as a kid, so I would play it to kind of, escape that.
honestly don't play a whole lot of video games. If I had to choose one, I'd probably say Final Fantasy, because when I was younger, that was probably my favorite game, and
Wait,
I
which
still
one?
Final Fantasy X
Okay, you cut off.
from the PlayStation 2. It was a really good story to a game. But honestly, probably my favorite game. Like if someone asked me to play, I would always play with them. Would be Monopoly.
That'd be fun, yeah.
Yeah. I've got the My Little Pony version of Monopoly, and we never use it. It's criminal.
We're using that when I moved there.
Absolutely.
Wait, are you guys moving in together?
Not
He's-
together, but we're gonna be in the same apartment complex.
Ah! And is your fiance joining you?
Yep.
I would hope
That's
so.
awesome! You guys, I'll have to come out and visit you guys sometime. It'll be
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
All right, next question for you guys. What are your favorite boss fights from video games or whatever?
All right, Seven,
Oh,
you
man.
take it first. I got to think.
I like fighting Dr. Fetus at the end of Super Meat Boy. I thought that was pretty fun. I'm not huge on like boss fights in games, but I like silly stuff like that. And when I was a kid, I always liked fighting Bowser Jr. at the end of Yoshi's Island because that shit was actually nightmarish.
My favorite was probably one of the super bosses from Final Fantasy 12. It's been a long time since I did this battle, but the dude had like 50 million HP. So the battle and my party was extremely underleveled. So the fight actually took me 6 days of off and on playing. I played for about 3 to 5 hours a day for 6 days, and then I ended up writing my written communications final. Like when we had to write a 5,000 word essay or something like that about personal experience that changed our lives. I wrote about that boss fight with that character. So that one's probably my favorite.
Hey, Enigma, our fans are actually asking for you to talk because they think you're too quiet and miss you.
It's not that I'm too quiet. It's that every time I try to talk, you guys talk over me, so I let you.
Hey, Enigma.
I know, of course you do.
Okay, Fluttershy, come on.
Enigma, is
Hurt
there
yourself.
there a way for people to give you money directly?
Why, yes, there is, small child. I have a Patreon, and if you contribute to it,
Nobody fucking cares. Oh, I'm joking. Sorry, don't go. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm not.
fantastic.
I'm not.
No, please finish. No, God, Enigma.
He left.
No, please finish it. Go, please.
I have a Patreon, so if you want me to live and whatnot, consider donating it to it. All your hard-earned money bits. Yes.
Absolutely.
Enigma's actually a really cool dude too. I'll just throw that out there. So like, it wouldn't be really going to someone who's a douche.
Also, he needs the money to eat, so it's not like he's just
Yeah.
using it to spend
He-
on like
he
drug
really
dealers
does.
or something.
I'm honestly not gonna lie. Before Flutterpree said I could be on this podcast, I didn't really know who was. So, but if he's
You
a cool
didn't-
dude,
wait.
that's good enough for me.
You didn't know who what was?
I didn't know who Milk was, and I didn't know who Enigmatic Otaku was. I just saw their name come up in chats occasionally.
Does that mean that you don't know about Enigma's dragon tit story?
It's right there. My dragon tits are right there.
You're
I like
supposed
the
to
way
slay
you
the
said
dragon,
that.
not
My
lay.
dragon tits are right
Oh.
there.
You know what? I saw. Okay, whenever that Ember episode first, the fandom blew up, and the feature box was literally loaded with nothing but
Yeah,
Spike
it
and
was
Ember stories-
all
Ember
10 stories, even updates for just Ember for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that story. So yes, I actually know who you are now. So I'm gonna be honest. I did not read that story, but if you would like, I will favorite it and upvote it so you think I read it.
Well, it's the thought that counts then.
I'm
Yes.
excited for this next question, by the way.
All right, next question. What is your favorite character to hate of all time?
Okay, photo finish,
Aw, why?
because she's annoying, she's ugly, her voice bothers me, and she's a useless throwaway character that has no place in Police.
She's got
Oh,
the magic.
Sounds about right.
She's got
But
nothing.
But she loves vaginal mustard.
Yeah, why do you think we made her eat that? We hate her.
And then she ate the ketchup in the. Then she ate the
Yeah, she ate the ketchup in the sequel.
the prolapsed anus ketchup.
Yeah.
Oh God!
God.
Please don't see the cat into a shit-faced shit mix.
Please do.
Now you will.
Yes, we will.
Would you like to know how they made the ketchup?
No. I
Oh,
want to
right.
be surprised.
Oh, hey.
All right. Oh yeah, you're
Hey,
gonna read
guys.
that. Oh yeah, that'll be
Here.
fun.
Here you go, guys. Please downvote out of respect.
Oh,
is
it's
it
up.
live
Oh,
now?
yes.
Is it live now?
Yes, it is.
Let me go feature
Fermentation
this on the
of
Barcast.
coagulating anal spewage.
Let me go feature
Fucking
this.
picture. Where did you get that?
Google Images.
All right.
So
highlighted
let
stories from
me
our
ask you
there
this,
go.
guys: is this the type of story you want people to upvote it or to downvote it? What
Oh,
would
we
give you
want
more
it.
pleasure?
We just want you to do what you want to do with it. If you think it's worthy of an upvote, then please check yourself into a psychiatric ward.
All
Yeah,
right, if
no.
any of you guys want to upvote this shit, there is a link. Go for it. We're
But-
very proud of you. We understand.
I'm gonna say that I used the Something Emo and Edgy account story out of respect for what it is.
So these stories are also like kind of a teaching tool because Famous helps me out a lot with like the disgusting parts, but there's some things that he just doesn't know how to write because they're too disgusting for him to comprehend, and I'm trying to teach him how to write those fucking things.
Yeah, like I
you'll
have no
see.
idea how to write next level disgusting porn. So Seven has been teaching me his ways.
Well, you got 4 upvotes and 7 downvotes already. So there you go.
Oh shit! Oh god!
So it's unpopular now. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Welcome.
You know
Welcome
what?
to the
Actually,
power of the
dude,
Barcast.
I kind of wish everyone in the stream would upvote it just so we could see if this shit somehow hit the feature box.
It
If this
would not-
shit hit the feature box,
Oh.
I would be so proud.
Yeah, can you guys all change them to upvotes so we can do the social experiment?
You guys fucking.
Well, the good news is now it's 7 and 8.
Oh
You
god!
guys are great. I love how fast you guys work. I'm just gonna say that right now. Appreciate that.
So let's move on. For everyone, for you two, Skeletor from He-Man somehow got sent to Equestria. What does he do first?
I don't know who's. I don't.
Skeletor.
Skeletor. I don't know. I'll drop this one off to 7 because I don't know anything about that honestly.
Wait, what is it?
Skeletor is Papyrus.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that he would probably try to do something evil and they'd have to use the elements on him, and he would just be like, curses! And then, that would be that. Not much else he can really do. He's kind of useless as a villain, really.
Hey, Seven, can you do me a favor? Can you add coagulating anal spewage to the mustard verse?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay,
Wait,
thank
is
you.
that your guys' fucking fan group?
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
that's,
Yeah, it is. I'm not a
the
part of it.
mustard
actually.
verse. You can, hold on, I'll link that actually. Give me a sec.
I feel a little broken. We can
I
definitely make
don't.
it a trending group.
Yeah.
I love shit posting sometimes.
Hold on, I'm
and-
gonna link this into the stream chat if I'm able to. I don't know if I'm able to.
This is fun.
I am. There you go, the mustard
to
verse.
Barcast, so
Oh, Chat Penguins, you better not revoke that story. It does not break the rule.
It does.
Yeah, it
the
really
short
doesn't.
description is shit. The the cover art is borderline NSFW.
All right. If I change the cover art, will it be? Can it work?
Technically, you also need the short description because that is a horrible short description.
What did he write? Famous.
I
you're
wrote
How
screwing us
Applejack's
over.
parents died.
be better. Come on, guys.
Okay, stream, you're getting a very special thing today.
Just
You're watching
go
a
change
fic
those
get
things real
revoked
quick
in live
and-
action.
This is wonderful.
Okay,
I'm so
don't
happy.
revoke it. Let him change those. Give him one chance to change those things, chap.
Oh, of course, he has 24 hours. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do shit right.
Well,
Okay,
you tell me,
Famous.
but I swear I saw a story come up like yesterday, and it was like the story of an Alec. Like, are you telling me that qualifies, but how Applejack's parents dies doesn't?
I mean, you can always report it.
Okay, fine. Hold on.
God damn it. Okay, so what's the next question? So we're sitting here.
Yeah, do the next
Next
question
question.
while I come up with a new picture for us.
Jesus. Next question: what kind of pizza would Skeletor even like?
Fuck, I don't even know. I mean,
probably sausage and pepperoni.
he's a pretty out there dude. I think he would eat something like jalapeno and banana pizza.
You know, I never considered eating bananas on my pizza.
You shouldn't.
That sounds terrible.
All right. Number 6. Yeah, so I need to know for a friend, how long does it take to ruin your eyes from staring at the void?
About 22 seconds, give or take.
Oh wow, that's not even half as bad as the sun.
Oh, he says we might be able to leave the cover art because it's questionable, so we'll find out.
Well, you guys left that fat Pinkie Pie cover go where you can see her ass.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, man. This is
Moving on. Number 7. Do you even praise, bro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I found an even more retarded picture of Applejack. I can. All right, next question.
We need to get back to questions because we just like did nothing but shitpost for a little while. We should not do that the entire time, you know.
Yes,
That's true. Now we have questions from Fulmare for famous passwords.
Yes.
Number 1, is there a story you are genuinely ashamed of writing, or just one that you regret writing in general?
I'm kind of ashamed, just because of what it entails.
which one?
Vaginal mustard. Okay. But as far as more like serious, like work into, my first story ever was a fic called Secrets Behind the Letters. It was this really kind of emo thing about Spike going off to war or something like that and writing letters back home to his friends. And I'm kind of ashamed I wrote something of that nature.
All right. Number 2, would you fucking non-chrysalis changeling in its natural form? The cheese legs one, not the fuckboy one.
Oh, absolutely. If given the opportunity, who wouldn't?
What are your thoughts on sea ponies?
I honestly think they look stupid, just being real here.
You're a fucking idiot.
Are you saying that you don't like the shoo-be-doo? Shoot-be-doo?
I guess that is exactly what I'm saying.
Number 5, who is best pony? And I swear to God, if this gets acted in the beginning, yes, we already covered that. So get fucked, Fulmare.
Yes.
I always cover that. Always.
Now we have questions for.
Wait, there was more questions from Full Mare.
There are. Let me refresh. No, there's 5.
And then it says insert drank word and honest opinions on eating ass.
That's what I was gonna say, but I paused because
Oh no,
he
you
has a
said
question for Efferfic.
got it.
Number 1, insert drank word.
Starlight.
Yay.
Spike,
number
Spike, 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 Spike.
2, number 2, what are your honest opinions on eating ass?
Oh boy. 7, how would you respond to this question?
I'm gonna tell this story. My fiance's okay with it. I've asked her in advance if I could ever tell this.
Oh,
So
Jesus Christ.
her ex would literally only have sex with her if she let him eat out her ass. So I would assume that he's a pretty terrible example of a human being. So I don't think it's okay.
It only works if you're super horny.
Dude, even then, like, dude, why?
Well, sometimes when you're 69ing, the aim gets a little off.
Oh, you don't? What are you doing? You're doing it wrong. Holy fuck, man.
I'm really tall, and I used to date a really short person, okay? It was complicated.
I'm a short person. I have never in my life had that problem.
The person that he dated, and Famous is not a short person. I was genuinely surprised at how tall he is. The person that he dated was actually shorter than you, Pencil.
Yes.
She was really short. He showed me the pictures,
How
like
short?
fucking almost little person.
Like,
How tall is she?
I would say probably solidly 5 foot.
Well, he knows though. So how tall is she?
I honestly never asked, but probably around 5 foot to 5'1", maybe 2
So-
at tops. And then I'm about 6'3.5" to 6'4". So there's a
Yeah.
1.5 foot difference there.
Anyway,
Wait, where does the half come from?
Oh wait, you're right.
Famous
My math
doesn't
is
know
off.
math. Next question.
all right. Now questions from Mobile Sam. Have you ever thought about how they came up with the word sand? It is because it is between the sea and land.
I guess so.
Yeah, actually, that sounds pretty fucking foolproof.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean,
you
it's
can't-
bullshit, but it makes sense.
So you can't. It's not true, but you can't argue with it.
Yeah, what's the picture? That's bullshit, but I believe it.
Yep.
He concludes by saying, thinking about it, keeps me up at night. Anyway, moving on, we have questions now from Missy the Angle.
Oh, yay, this dumb bitch.
Okay. Why would you say that about Missy? Missy's a kind soul.
Well,
I'm
it's
my
because
editor. I'll say whatever I want.
yeah, yeah. Your IQ must reach a certain level to a certain. I guess she just says that doesn't hit the mark.
Maybe I'm just a fan of the Avatar. Okay.
It is
Number
a
one.
fantastic
It's a good
avatar.
Yeah, it's very good.
What is your favorite Spike friendship? None of that shipping garbage.
Spike and Rarity. In almost every pick I write Spike and Rarity as friends.
All right. Number 2. Dude, got any sweet pickup lines to impress the chicks? 7th, join in on this one.
Yes, please,
Oh,
7. Help me out
shit.
here. Because this is
man.
based off that pickup line I wrote in a story.
Oh,
Can't remember what.
can I tell the real story of how I got Micah to date me? Because this is a pickup
Yeah,
line.
no, go
Okay.
ahead, sure.
Okay, so we were actually on Xbox. I had never met her in real life at the time, but I was starting to think like, wow, this chick's pretty awesome. I really like her. So she gets really fucking drunk one night at her roommate's birthday party, and hops on the Xbox. And at one point, she goes, "Hey, Seven, can you join a private party with me?" And she made a private one. And in her drunken state, she said something like, "Do you want to be my pretend boyfriend?" And I was just like, "Why can't I be your real boyfriend?" And that's how it started.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how it happened.
Oh, you took a
Nicely
gamble.
done.
Let me see. I had boom. It was a I actually wrote a pickup line into one of my stories recently, and where Spike got horribly rejected by Minuet the dentist. He said something along the lines of, "I know you're good with teeth, but how do you feel about tongue?" And that's all I got.
Speaking of tongue, this is uncomfortable. That I'll take a step back and I'll share this on the podcast. So take a second and review our private podcast chat.
That being said,
Because-
Priest, we are beginning to run low on time and we have a lot to go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Number 3, what level ghost are you?
10.
Okay. We're going to go into rapid fire mode as we go into Jack of a few trades, who's really awesome, and we puked on him.
Yes.
Okay.
Number
let's do it.
1. Number 1. Say one negative thing about Spike.
He's a retard.
Number 2. Jesus Christ. Number 2. What combination of 5 words would it take to seduce you? Asking for a friend.
I read your Spike fan fictions. Yeah.
Number 3. What comes to mind when you hear the word sulfuric?
Semen.
Skank Dunk Tank by Torn the Fuck Apart.
Yes.
Off of the album Sexually Transmitted Torture.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
I remember we were trying to be fucking serious in that panel, and we just kept saying sulfuric.
Yeah, the fucking Jack ruined it. We had a chance to win money or something, and the whole good thing was just win a staring contest. You can't laugh or smile. And fucking Jack's gay ass just walks over to me and goes sulfuric just to make me laugh and ruin our chances
Yeah,
of
it was
winning.
fantastic. All right.
Number 4. What is the strangest thing that's ever happened to you at a convention? Jesus Christ.
Throwing up on Flutter Priest.
Yay!
Now, questions from Trickster Forrester. How many newts could a newt if a newt could newt?
2.
You
Yes.
motherfucker.
Question from Shakespearecles. What would you say were your first famous words?
On the site or in real life?
Dude, do the real life one. That was so much better.
Okay. Well, I will just very briefly. The first 3 words I ever published on fan fiction were clop, clop, clop. It was an interrobang. I did not know it was a porn. Now, in real life, whenever I was in preschool, we were having share time. See, I grew up in a very, what's what I'm looking for?
Sheltered.
No fucking around kind of household. Like I was never taught to believe in God. I wasn't taught to they never told me about Santa Claus or anything like that. Everything was just pretty straightforward. Anyway, so I remember we're doing share time in preschool. This little kid gets up and he says something along the lines of, yeah, I went to my grandma's funeral this past week because she died, but it's okay because she's in heaven now. Is what my mommy told me. So, 4-year-old Dustin, or famous, I apologize, stands up and has the gall to say, your grandma's not in heaven. She's turning to dirt ground.
Wow.
Good job.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Questions now from RK_Striker_JK_5. Number 1. Have you written for non-MLP?
Yes. Whenever I was like 12, I wrote some Redwall fan fiction.
Wait, what?
Hey,
12.
Redwall,
Oh man, find this after the freaking show, please.
Redwall was that show with the anthropomorphic animals in the medieval era, right?
Yes. I read the entire book series whenever I was, and at least up to
I
that
think I know
point.
the answer to the next question, actually. For him.
What's your favorite non-MLP franchise?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
What is it for TV? Was it Star Trek?
Star Trek Voyager was for
Okay,
TV.
I knew it was one
I'm
of them.
fucking 5. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
We could talk for a while about that.
The Doctor and 7 of 9 are best characters, and
Yes. Also true.
all right, fantastic.
Yes. Yes.
Do you
Okay.
have any famous last words from real life fiction that you find memorable?
We already basically answered this. We can move on.
Okay. Questions now from Mobile Sam. Number 1. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask?
What are girls thinking 90% of the time?
I can tell you. I can tell you honestly what girls are thinking about 90% of the time.
What is that?
I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. Then why can you guys never decide on a restaurant to go?
Because we want all of it, damn it!
Someone
Why can't we
cashed in
just
on
go
that.
to Chipotle?
Someone in like Oklahoma or something cashed in on that and opened up a bar called I Don't Know Bar and Grill.
I
Yes,
know, yeah.
We have an I don't know bar and grill out here.
Yeah, we do. We have them here in Arkansas too. IDK Cafe or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, continue.
Okay. Number 2. Would you rather be alone for the rest of your life or always be surrounded by annoying people?
I'm already surrounded by annoying people, so I have to go for this.
Yay! Number 3. Would you rather have everything you eat be too spicy or be tasteless no matter how much seasoning or sauce you add?
Too spicy. I love spicy food.
Yeah, dude, he ate this like fucking scorpion rum sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings that was hotter than their hottest by about like 3 tiers, and he didn't even like fucking sweat over it.
I just licked it off. I licked it off the tray. It was fantastic. All right.
It was good. All right. Number 4. Would you rather have a poison ivy reaction in your throat or a paper cut between all your fingers?
Oh,
Paper
What
cut.
was that? No. Pause. What was that?
That
that's
was
sex
so-
or pain.
That was
Or
the
both.
sound of pain.
That's
Okay.
not your sex noise. Got it. We'll
And that
remember.
was the sound of vape.
Yes, oh, I'm sorry. Whoops.
No, go ahead, famous.
Okay.
Question.
Liz.
Would you rather?
Paper cut every day, all day. And if Mobile Sam is watching or he ever watches, I'd like to ask him to be anally raped by a silverback gorilla for an hour or have to give himself a paper cut on his tongue until he cuts his tongue off.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Mobile Sam is listening, so let's pay attention
I
to
would
the chat for
sooner
a
be
little
raped
while.
by the silverback because at least you don't lose your tongue. Also, gorillas apparently have tiny penises.
They do.
That's fair. Okay, next question. I'm trying to hurry. I'm trying to hurry up for the sake of you guys.
No.
You've been patient with us.
We have half an hour. Are we back on track, Pencil?
We can try.
Okay, let's go.
Would you rather win $50,000 or let your best friend win $500,000 and you get none of what they want?
I'd let my best friend have $500,000. Seven is getting married soon, so he actually needs the money.
Yeah, man. And don't worry, I'll buy a house. You can live in it. They didn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
Hey! Now then, baked potatoes or mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes with brown gravy.
Dude, mashed is always better.
Yes.
And now, of course, it's time.
It's time for questions with byline.
There you go.
Baby.
We only got one question from Vylon this week, so I'm going to make both Seven and Famous answer it. Seven, Famous, which of the 7 dwarves best describes your girl in bed?
Me.
Oh.
Me.
Dopey.
Me.
You're not a dwarf.
Keep trying.
I'm one of Famous's 7 dwarves.
He is.
Which one? Is it Grumpy? Is it Dopey?
Are you itchy?
Is there a or is there one called Sleazy? Because that's what I would be.
Pretty sure that's just Dopey on crack, but there you go.
Yeah, Dopey.
Dopey.
But wait, is just so I have to pick one that describes my girl? This is like from that Family
Yes.
Feud question that the military
Just
dude
like
didn't
start
want to
shaking their
answer.
heads.
Oh man, what would describe? You know what? Bashful.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, moving on. I was enjoying that. All right, now we have questions from the Nightingale, also a silver Patreon sponsor of FanFiction. Questions for Famous. Number 1, why have you continuously failed the simple task of writing a story that isn't trash? And how do you plan to improve future writing attempts?
Hey, Seven, this is Jake from Minnesota.
I know this is Jake from Minnesota. Don't worry.
This is one of my
Jake from Arkansas.
Yeah, because he's actually moving down here as well. Everyone's just coming to Arkansas to hang out with Dustin. Anyway, why have I continuously failed at not writing trash? Because I keep writing Spike for some reason. And how do you plan to improve future writing attempts? I honestly don't. Actually, you know what? I do, because I'm going to try to not write Spike. I'm going to see how that goes.
Ooh, I'll be curious.
Number 2, when I finally move down to Arkansas, will I have to worry about finding your sock stained with questionable fluids in the washing machine?
No, I don't use socks. I use paper towels.
What?
That doesn't sound very soft on the.
Yeah.
On the
Aren't those gonna chafe?
Yeah.
That's his fetish.
Use wet wipes or something. I don't know.
Fucking wet wipes.
Why? There's chemicals
Are
on
you
those.
taking your Are you taking your niece's wet wipes to wipe your dick?
These are suggestions from what I'm guessing. I've never done them myself, Priest.
Oh, hey guys, hold on real quick. I'll be right back. 20 seconds. I have to go unlock.
His roommate's
Okay. Be quick.
5 seconds.
He's gonna ask his roommate if he brought the wet wipes.
What is the next question anyway?
The next question is, why won't you let me die?
Famous.
I'm back.
Why won't you let him die?
Who?
Nightingale.
Yeah.
Oh, why won't I let him die? Because I need him. Because friendship is magic.
And if he dies, you'll never be able to say Jake from Minnesota again, and that's depressing.
I know. Okay. What
Number
next?
4. What would you say is your single most influential moment in your life as far as the Brony fandom is concerned?
Okay, so honestly, this is gonna sound very self-serving. So, but it was whenever I wrote a story called Heart Invasion 101 a couple of years ago. It was a Spike and Vinyl ship, and it was my first story that actually got really, really popular, all things considered. It wasn't all that people had never seen before, and that story is the reason why anybody started reading my fics in the first place. So that was definitely my most influential moment.
All right, now we're moving on to questions from Lisa Claire.
Oh, yay.
Question number 1. Why Spike?
I'll just sum up what we said earlier. I really like his potential as a character.
Number 2. Would you consider shipping Spike with a G1 pony?
No, I don't know anything about G1.
Oh, you should. It's a barrel of
Megan
laughs.
X Spike.
Next Spike. Oh God, she's.
There you have it.
Number 3. What advice would you give on writing Spike?
Okay, so when you're selecting your idea and you're looking at artwork or something to give you inspiration, and if you see any picture of Spike where he's glasses or a leather jacket or something of that nature, stop what you're doing and rethink your life choices. That's the advice I have to give because, like I said, 99% to involve him either in a harem of some kind or like turning into a badass and saving the world.
Yeah, Spike's not cool. He's not James Dean. He's there for comedic relief.
Yeah. Now you can write him in a story and then build his character to something else, but if you just throw that at us with no explanation, it's not going to work.
All right. Next question. We have oh gosh, Pencil, we have questions.
Oh, do we? Let's do it.
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
they're from Mobile Sam. Question number 1. Did we enjoy the stream that we did last night?
So, Priest and I did Screaming Closet. We did a one-shot of it last night, and we did a game that was given to us, and it was. How would you describe this, Priest?
What
It
was the game? Was it
something else.
Was it I'm Scared?
No, it was.
We actually did I'm Scared, and I had to edit the fuck out of that video. But
It was. What
we
was
did a game
it?
called Tomato Way.
Oh God, it was so bad. It was. I ended up screaming at the game and at the person who donated it to us because it was just that bad. We noped.
That'll probably be going up soon.
Wait, so if I donate a game to you, you'll play it?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna donate.
Horror. Only if it's horror.
Oh, I mean, is it considered horror to play Secret of the Magic Crystal?
I don't know. If it has the horror tag on Steam, I'll play it.
It has a
Horror.
horse or tag.
Oh, it's got to be horror. That's the
Oh
thing.
man, all right.
Next question.
And number 2 for Pencil and Priest, how do you feel about tomatoes? I feel they should be diced up and put into things like food.
Yeah.
I like cooking with them, but if they're the main character in a game, they can fuck off forever. Forever!
By the way, just real quick, if you guys have never heard of a game called Alan, I strongly recommend.
What was it called?
Alan Wake. It was.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Alan Wake is
Oh,
fucking.
that game.
Yeah. All right. I just
All
want to throw that out there.
Now we're back to questions actually for our guests. Starting with questions from Bendy. What are your views on dictatorships in Google Docs groups? As an original author in my story and the owner of the story and the G-Doc has the right to ban anyone from the group they see fit if they dislike what they added.
I mean, it's aight.
What would Luna's reaction to the moon landing be?
Probably something involving porn.
I'd write it.
Yeah.
So Neil Armstrong is like only wearing his helmet and nothing else.
Yes.
That's still death, Enigma. That's not how spacesuits work. Oh my God. Okay, we can move on now. I'm just angry. It's fine.
But necrophilia.
Yeah, they weren't drinking Tang. They were getting some poontang. That's what happened.
Jesus fucking Christ. Moving on. Can pone grow big enough? Or is saying a pone can grow big enough heresy?
Sure.
You're so
good,
confused. I
fun.
love this.
I don't know what to say.
Would you allow Princess Celestia to sit at your dining table, even if it meant the sheer weight of her backside on the chair would break it?
Absolutely. I would never pass up an opportunity to engage in dinner with a princess. That'd be fantastic.
What kind of tank would you use to massage an OP as an overpowered pony? Pony.
The ones that have like the giant missile launcher thing on the front. That's the only kind of tank I know.
All right. What gun would you use to massage an overpowered pony?
A hunting rifle.
And how heavy do you like your pone? Light, medium, a little heavy, very heavy, extremely heavy to the point they could hurt you if they try to sit on you for too long without protection magic, ludicrously heavy to the point that they could kill you by merely sitting on you if they don't use weight protection magic?
Light to medium.
What a fucking casual.
I don't know what's going on here.
Bendy only writes about gigantic butts.
Oh. Okay, now it makes a little more sense. He's one of those people.
He's great. Are you kidding me? Bendy is one of the more prolific writers on this site. I recommend him profusely. So.
I will look up his stuff right now. Let me
Next question. How fattening is Celestia's cakes?
Obviously very if her butt can break one of my chairs.
And last but not least, how big do you like your pony? As in size, not fatness.
Oh,
I answered already though.
Maybe waist height on a human.
Cool. Yeah.
Now we have questions from the Abyss. Which pony would you snuggle? Why would you want it to be the big? Why would you want to be the big spoon / little spoon? And who would be the second best pony to snuggle?
I would like to snuggle Cloud Chaser because her mane is fantastic. I would be the big spoon because this is kind of what I've gotten used to throughout life, being so tall and whatnot. And the second best pony to snuggle, honestly,
Guess we'll never know.
Snuggler.
Try it one more time.
Cut out. What was that?
Okay, Cloud Chaser, Big Spoon, Fluttershy.
Ah, she wouldn't know what to do. She'd just be like, is this supposed to be a sex thing? All right. Now another question from Kyrie Pancakes. What are you going to write now if you're going to stop writing Spike?
Starlight and Trixie stuff.
Solid. Question from Nikki D's.
Oh,
when
yay.
you coming out to South Jersey, man?
People actually go there?
If I ever go to BronyCon, I will stop by and see you.
All right.
You're in
number
like Baltimore now, though.
Well, yeah, but it's a lot. Baltimore's a lot closer than Arkansas.
True.
Number 2. Out of all the Equestria Girls movies, 22-minute specials, music videos, and shorts included, which ones did you like the most?
Rainbow Rocks, and then the that Friendship Carries On Through the Ages song is fantastic.
All right. And number 4, what is your favorite weird ship?
Spike X Flitter.
Awesome.
That is weird.
Yes, but I have read some fantastic stories in the Spike X Flitter way, and it's awesome. Anyway,
Flitter's only love is with the hair products.
And that giant pink bow she wears.
Now we're moving down to questions from Cyberphase on GOTDM, who says, "Hey there, guys! Sorry I'm late, but I was busy, so let me do the usual questions." Mr. Famous questions. Can I call you Mr. Famous?
Yes, that's fantastic.
Number 1, would you marry Thingpone?
Sure.
Do you know what Thingpone is?
I do not.
It's the thing. It's the thing from the John Carpenter movie, but as a pony.
No, I got it. I always have this image on hand during the stream, just in case. Here
Also,
you go.
did you skip a bunch of questions?
You're skipping some questions. That's all.
Okay.
You know what? If I liked her personality, I would go for it.
Dude, you've seen the thing, right?
No. I have not.
What the fuck? Oh my god! I'm bringing it over when that's the first thing we're doing. Housewarming party. I'm making you watch it so you understand.
Okay.
You'll be having sex with.
Is there a rivalry between Thingpone and Slitherpone?
Slitherpone has no fucking chance. Thingpone is way better. There's no rivalry.
Rivalry. Number 2. Of the following food ponies, which ones would you go on a double dinner date with? Wine pony and pasta pony, or pineapple pony, and I guess her name is Pina, and pizza pony.
Pineapple and pizza, because those two things go great together.
There was another option,
No.
Priest. There was another option, Priest.
Oh, or C, soda pony and French fry pony.
Oh,
Still pineapple and pizza.
All right.
Pony is a great pony. I'll give you that.
Yes.
Number 3, we have a marry, fuck, kill scenario. And of course, here on the Barcast, killing yourself is always an option.
oh, this one's horrible.
You can choose between Spike the Dragon, Prince Blue Balls, or Blue Blood, and Flash Sentry.
I would kill Prince Blueblood. I would marry Spike the Dragon, and I would fuck Flash.
Solid.
Interesting choices.
Number 4. We actually went over the trailer already.
Yes, we did.
So, next question. What of... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll try and do this right the first time.
Okay.
What of you thoughts of this thought I was thinking of last night? If Discord and Pinkie Pie were to have a child, would that be a pony version of Deadpool? If that's the case, what would the pony be named without copyrights BS? That's all of my questions. Also, the Minecraft server I sent gifts to.
So that's for everyone?
Oh, okay. It is for everyone, but I'm interested in your guys' opinions first.
Discord and Pinkie Pie had a kid. Would the pony be named? I don't know.
Would it be like Deadpool?
It'd probably be similar to Deadpool. I don't know. It'd be named like Batshit or something like that.
I like that. I like the name
How-
Batshit.
How about the name Dementia?
Oh, there you go.
That's
It's even better.
depressing. Jesus.
I've made a conscious decision when I first saw Discord that I would never ship him sexually with any character in the show because it's wrong to do that to John Delancey for me.
Question. Would you ship him with himself?
Yes, now that's okay because John Delancey can fuck himself. He's worthy of John Delancey.
Okay. As long as we're clear, I agree with you. Having met the man, I understand.
Would that be a solid like clop fic, like Discord fucks?
Well,
himself
actually,
in a
earlier
mirror?
there was that Gen 1 thing, and I was thinking, has anyone written like a clop fic of Gen 1 T-Rec having sex with current T-Rec?
That'd be weird.
Jesus Christ. Or Smooze?
Oh, no.
It'd be 4!
Oh no.
Cap is just like, I'm gonna have to read this shit.
Boy, God.
Way.
I always love the look of shock on people's faces when I show them My Little Pony Vor exists for the first time.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Anyway.
All right. Now we have questions from Remen and Gem. Why is Priest laugh contagious? My family looks at me like I'm a maniac whenever I crack up.
Dude,
No.
no. When we were watching the stream of you guys reading the story, my girlfriend said your laugh was the funniest, cutest thing she'd ever heard a streamer do.
Fucking what?
It's true.
Now
Wait.
I'm really insecure.
We love your voice, man. We all said.
Yeah, oh man, dude, it was the best part of the stream hearing you crack up over and over.
Jesus Christ. Well, okay. I'll just take all the criticism that my friends gave me that my voice is awful from the screaming closet and throw it away.
Yeah, because we're right and they're wrong. Our opinion is more correct.
Said girlfriend again.
Okay.
Fiance.
Yeah, there you go. Good man.
I lost my fiance.
It's weird getting used to saying that.
Remember to refresh, guys. There are a couple of extra questions, and we have the perfect question to end on.
All right, I refreshed. You're having fun watching a stream when some dude asks you what it's like to be fucked by an animal, didn't hear what it was, or get your tongue cut off by a piece of paper. What did you say?
I would.
I'm pretty sure it was a silverback gorilla.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
very specific. Very specific here.
You know what? I'll take the silverback gorilla.
No.
Damn
We
right
got
you
to
would.
up the ante. What if this silverback gorilla is Kong?
You know what? I'd rather die than cut my tongue off.
Is
he
the
just
gorilla?
like- he's like the Cadbury egg gorilla, and he's just like, he's got that proud face while Phil Collins plays.
I can feel it
Collins.
calling in the air tonight.
What did you say?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I can feel it. What?
Coming.
There you go. There you go. That's an adorable laugh. That's an adorable laugh.
Are you okay?
I'm trying to stop. Phil Collins, man. I don't know. Sorry.
Fucking Phil Collins.
Also, I would just like to reply to something in the stream to Full Mer. The original Kong is not a silverback gorilla, but Peter Jackson heavily based Kong's movements, as did Andy Serkis, on silverback gorillas.
Well, there you
like
go.
in the 2005 remake. I watched a documentary about that. I have it on
Now,
DVD. So
All right, let's continue before Flutter Priest kicks us off.
No, it's all good. Next question from a non-pencil.
Hi.
Hello.
If Spike somehow becomes a decent character during the show, how would that change the way you write about him?
Well, it's not going to happen, so this is a purely hypothetical question. But I probably would just, again, move on to different characters, because if he becomes a decent character, then more people are going to, and I won't be the only one.
So you want to be special is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, I kind of, there's a very long story I don't have time for about why I started writing Spike ships in the beginning anyway, but suffice it to say that a lot more people would take up the mantle of writing him, and I could try to do something different instead. I mean, I'm going to do that anyway pretty soon, but yeah, so that's about it.
All right. Before we go to the perfect final question for this stream, we're going to take a few from above.
okay.
Do you like shark titties?
I saw the pictures at the beginning of the stream, and I'm not comfortable looking at them.
Well, there you go.
Furry
Now
art
then.
makes me feel weird.
A question
pants?
from chat. Question from Chat Penguin Lips.
Yes.
Why did you lick Nutella off a guy's dick?
Okay, so me, when I was a very hormonal 17 to 18-year-old, me and my best friend were put in charge of taking care of this one family's super huge house. It had jacuzzi built into the bathroom, pool, 3 stories, the whole 9 yards. And they said we could help ourselves to whatever food was in the fridge. We found Nutella, and before you know it, he's got Nutella and honey all over his dick, and I'm sucking it off. And then all of a sudden, it tastes very salty, and you get the idea.
No, but that doesn't explain how you got from point A to point B, man.
The hormonal teenager part explains from point A to point B.
Are you sharing this as a bisexual person or as a fully straight person?
I'm sharing this as a 60 to 40 person.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So did it start like this?
I mean-
I'm sorry. Sorry for what?
Daddy told us not to be ashamed of our dicks.
It's really not that strange. I sucked my best friend's dick when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Well,
I think we
me
all
too.
did. I mean, if you can't really be friends if you don't get a little gay sometimes.
I haven't
Well-
been fucked that good since grade school.
God, I'm not saying it with that voice. Like me, because I'm not. If I suck off my friend's dick, I'm still straight. So what does that mean for me?
What if it's a girl?
Well, they don't have a dick for me to suck off.
Well, that's what food
That
is
doesn't.
for.
That,
But what
that
about
doesn't
trap?
necessarily mean.
I have done something with a trap. Oh, okay. I guess that works for me.
Yeah, like would you like what if Chrysalis just had a horse weenie? Would you do that?
Really? No, dude.
Okay, good.
No,
good.
Chrysalis has a
That
vape
was
down
a
there.
few
It's an overgrown gnat.
She's got a vape down there.
Oh gosh, I don't care what gender you are. If you have a vape instead of a penis, I would say.
Okay, no. Okay, so it's role play. No, I'm adding a question. It's role play Tuesday, and your girlfriend comes in with a vape strap on.
Oh,
What
Oh, man.
do?
I don't.
Oh,
No, it's just-
Pencil, I have a question.
yes.
Do you remember, like, around the time we first met? I believe it was you. You said something about I was really drunk. You said something on Skype about how you had like a dildo shaped drink cup or whatever.
No, it's not a cup. It's a giant ass dildo with a tube that I can give people alcohol
Yeah,
with.
and she quoted me on Skype for a few days after because while I was really drunk, I was in call and I said something like, "I don't care what it is. If there's alcohol in it, I'll suck on it."
You realize, well, that's the thing. Like, I can't talk shit about you because literally every single person except for Chapped in this chat, like every one of the podcasters, every single one
Jesus,
has
famous.
sucked it. Even Milk has had a little bit of alcohol from the dick. Like every one of the people.
I mean,
every
hell,
one
if
of
it
the
was good
podcasters has
alcohol,
drunk
I'd
out
do
the
it.
dick. Yeah, it was champagne. So
Oh
There you
yeah.
I was surprised by the lack of suction I had to do.
Well, that's because I have one person I'm very close with, Liger, and he is the best at sucking that dick I've ever seen. And he's a small Asian, and like Priest had the record for like a hot minute. What was the record, Priest?
I had 17 seconds.
Yeah, it's 17 seconds, like a shot in 17 seconds, sucked through the dog dick. And Liger steps up and is like, "Hold on, guys!" And, like, gets on his knees and was done in
Oh
eight
my
and a half.
god.
And I was just like, "How?"
Wow.
So if I ever meet him or meet you guys, I've got to beat that record.
Yeah, you got to beat 8 seconds sucked out of the dick. It's not easy.
Come to BronyCon.
I'll practice it. I'll go. I can't go this year, but I'm going next year, so don't worry.
Yeah, we're going to that new Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Camelot KC? I'll be there. I've
yeah, we're
already
gonna go
submitted
there in
panels.
October.
So did I.
Move up.
Nice.
You know, they're probably going to pick your panel above mine just because.
Yeah, wait. You
It's
submitted
okay,
it, right?
James.
What did you
I'll
submit the
have you
panel
at
as?
my
Was it the same as
panel.
our old one? The right way to be awesome?
Well, I actually wanted to do like an 18 and up panel where we just read terrible fan fiction the entire.
Oh yeah, dude. I hope
Hey!
they accept that. I really do, because we would want you all to read with us if you.
I
were
mean,
doing
that's. I was like, I mean, that's what all my panels eventually. Anyway, like all 3 panels I've had, someone ends up reading Nightmare Stars Revenge to everybody.
Oh,
I mean,
well, no,
that's
we read
what
that
I
one
do, too.
about Red Spike Alicorn Thunder.
Yes.
I think I submitted a panel something like, so you want to get good at FimFic.
Oh, that sounds. That actually
So
sounds
you said
fantastic.
it. Well, that'll be interesting.
All right. Well, let me double check. Let's take
have one
a
question.
round of questions from the chat. Pencil,
Uh,
you're on point.
If any of you have any pressing questions in the chat, feel free to post them and I will ask them. And then we'll need to do our readout and let people know about things.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Specifically, that today is the last day for the Make Spike Suffer podcast or competition.
Do you want
Oh.
to try that again, Priest, in full?
Hey, Pencil, would you like to talk about how today is the last day to submit your story for the Make Spike Suffer contest?
Yeah, there's a contest called Make Spike Suffer. It will be closing tonight just a minute before midnight, and you can submit us a story. It's all about it on the Barcast, which I will link if you guys want to join it. It's fun. There's cash prizes. It's all just for silly.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I'm glad. I'm really excited to read everything.
Yeah, I wrote that.
So here are some questions from the chat. Fiance, our third wheel, from 7.
Would who now be what now?
7th asks famous, why is my fiance our third wheel?
Oh, well, that's because me and 7. I mean, we got history. She can't step to that.
All right. Crippling anxiety.
What now? You cut out for a second on my end.
Nikki D says, why do I have crippling anxiety?
It might be because you're mildly autistic.
Got it.
Yay!
You know what'll
Got
cure,
him.
you know what'll cure mild anxiety? Some Nutella.
Oh yeah.
What flavor dick does Chrissy have?
That blue raspberry dum dum flavor, like
Wrong,
the best.
it's
Oh,
cheese.
dude, what if it
Wrong,
tastes like a
tastes
warhead?
cheese.
Ooh.
Like black
Wrong,
cherry
it's cheese.
warhead?
Nope, it's cheese.
Black-
That's all there is
black
to it.
licorice.
Cheese.
Cheese it is.
Mobile Sam wants to know time and place to be fucked. What? Mobile Sam asks time and place for me to be fucked by a gorilla.
You know what? I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but they're in. Are they in South America? I can't remember.
No, they're not. In South fucking. Oh my god, Africa.
Africa. Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to say Africa and this freaking idiot.
Bless
Whereas-
the rains.
Okay. Okay.
Question.
So it's gonna
I-
be. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh no, I thought that was the answer. Africa.
Africa, 6:30 in the afternoon.
Also, there's nothing wrong with assuming wildlife comes from Africa.
Have 2 more questions, 3 more questions, then we'll call it done.
Okay.
A certain someone in the chat says, why does 7 always call me his girlfriend?
Ooh.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, that would be because 7 consistently forgets that he's.
It's because I consistently prove that my autism is of the highest degree.
Yay! Well, Mayor, why aren't these pills working?
Because you need to up the dosage or take more of them.
And last but not least, will Spike ever love me?
No.
Hey, we're done!
Hurrah,
do
we
the thing.
survived.
Right on time.
All right,
too.
everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Barcast episode. Seventh and Famous, thank you so much for coming on. You're always a joy, and I've been looking forward to this all week.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it too. Thanks for letting me be on. I really appreciate it. And thanks for letting me bring Seven with me.
Oh, hell yeah, guys. Anytime. In fact, I think we'll have to do this again in a few months.
Maybe.
Hype.
Maybe
Hype.
on October 6th, which is also Famous's birthday.
And also the day My Little Pony movie comes out.
I know, that's such an eventful day for me.
Oh.
It's like, oh
And
my
me
God.
too. Yes. That is my birthday present. Me and about 9 of gather at the theater to go see the movie.
Hype.
Dude, you should try and come with us, Priest. Like, you got to.
We'll see. I know that some other folks are trying to do something for the MLP movie, so we'll see what happens.
Let's see what
Anyway.
happens.
Do the thing.
So, thank you for watching the Barcast. This has been a non-pencil.
Fuck you all still, but a little less this time.
Chad Penguin Lips.
You should support FemFiction on Patreon.
Enigmatic Otaku on bass.
You should support my Patreon.
Milk's been our lead singer.
Oh.
All
Milk!
right,
That was
Milk's dead.
Words. Sorry.
And of course, Seventh Heaven and Famous rocking out on guitar.
Whitechapel is best band.
Famous has 2 accounts that donate to FemFiction.
My name's Flutter Priest.
It's true.
Go shitpost this weekend.
Love
See
you
ya.
guys. Good night.
Good night.